Dolphins in the Wild by Anna Bunny. Illustrated by John Hughes. Contents: 1. What is a dolphin? 2. What do dolphins look like? 4. 3. Dolphins are mammals. 6. 4. Pods and traveling. 8. 5. Communication. 10. 6. Dolphins and their relatives. 12. 7. Dolphin life cycles. 22. 8. Threats. 24. 9. Preserving dolphins. 28. Glossary. 30. Index. 31. 1. What is a dolphin? Dolphins are very intelligent marine mammals. They are part of the toothed whale family, along with porpoises, beaked whales, and the sperm whale. There are over 40 different kinds of dolphin around the world. They can be found in every ocean on the planet, from the icy cold Arctic to the warm Caribbean waters, as well as in some of the largest rivers in the world. Dolphins belong in a group of animals called cetaceans. This group includes all whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Dolphins are under threat from the activities of man, such as fishing with nets. Some species are in danger of extinction unless humans act to save them.
Dolphins can be found all over the world.
2. What do dolphins look like? Dolphins have a curved fin on their back, which is positioned in the middle of their body. This is called a dorsal fin. Most dolphins have a long mouth called a beak. Dolphins swim up to the water surface and use their blowhole to breathe air. The blowhole acts like a nose. Dolphins have a single blowhole, which is on the top of their head. Dolphins' camouflaged bodies help them hunt their food. They have dark backs and pale tummies, so if they swim above a group of fish, they blend in with the pale water surface and the sky above. If they swim below a group of fish, their dark backs are camouflaged against the dark seabed below.
Dolphins' tails are called a tail fluke. The tails move up and down to power the dolphin through the water. Dolphins have 2 pectoral fins. The pectoral fins help them steer.
3. Dolphins are mammals.
Dolphin fact: baby dolphins are born tail first. Other female dolphins will then push the calf safely to the surface of the water for its first breath.
Some people think dolphins are fish because they live in the sea. But they are mammals, just like humans. They have a backbone, breathe oxygen from the air, and are warm-blooded. They give birth to live young, and the young feed on milk from their mother. All mammals have hair. Dolphins are born with whiskers on their top jaw, which fall out soon after birth.
Dolphin fact: dolphins have to keep their body temperature warm at all times, even when they are swimming in cold seas. To keep them warm, dolphins have a thick layer of fat around their body, called blubber. The blubber acts as insulation, keeping dolphins warm in cold water. Differences between dolphins and fish. Mammal: breathes oxygen from the air using its blowhole. Fish: has gills which allow it to extract oxygen from the water. Mammal: gives birth to live young. Fish: lays eggs. Mammal: young feed on mother's milk. Fish: mothers do not look after their young. Mammal: tail moves up and down. Fish: tail moves side to side. Mammal: born with whiskers. Fish: does not have any hair. Mammal: warm-blooded. Fish: Cold-blooded.
4. Pods and traveling. A group of dolphins is called a pod. The size of a pod varies, but it is usually between 2 and 20 dolphins. They are very protective of each other and travel in pods for safety in numbers, to deter predators such as killer whales. The calves swim in the middle of the pod so that the adults can protect them. However, dolphins are not always kind towards each other. There can be fighting between members of the pod, and they occasionally pick on weaker dolphins. Dolphins are carnivores, eating mainly fish and squid. They must travel to find food. Sometimes there is a lot of food around, and they can stay in one area for a while. Other times, they can travel hundreds of miles to look for food. When thousands of dolphins gather to feed and travel, a superpod is formed. Superpods have over 1,000 dolphins in them. A superpod is made up of many smaller pods.
This pod is traveling to find food.
5. Communication. Most dolphins have extremely good eyesight. They can see well underwater and out of the water. Dolphins can often be seen spy hopping. This means they will stick their heads out of the water and have a look around. Sometimes it is very dark and murky underwater. Then it is impossible for them to see. Instead, they will use sound to help them. This is called echolocation. Dolphins use it for finding food, communication, and navigation. They make clicking and squeaking noises in their blowhole. These noises reflect off the back of the dolphin's skull and then shoot forward, passing through an organ inside its head called a melon. The melon is a large, fatty organ which turns the sound into a sound beam. The sound travels through the water, and when it hits an object, the echo comes back to the dolphin and tells it about the object, how far away it is, its shape, and how big it is. Dolphins can recognize each other by using sound. Each dolphin has its own sound called a signature whistle. When a calf is born, members of its pod will repeat the signature whistle to the calf until it learns its own unique whistle. 6. Dolphins and their relatives. Spinner dolphins. The spinner dolphin is found in warm waters all around the world. These dolphins are well known for their energetic leaps and spins. They can jump up to 3 meters into the air and spin up to 7 times before re-entering the water. Spinner dolphins swim into deep waters to feed at night, eating fish, squid, and shrimps. During the day, they rest in shallow waters closer to land.
Spinner dolphins jumping out of the water.
Orcas. Orcas, or killer whales, are not actually whales. They are the largest species of dolphin. Orcas are excellent hunters and were named killer whales after sailors saw them hunting and eating whales. There are different types of orcas. Each type is a different size, feed on different prey, and live in different sized pods. Orcas living in Norway are fish eaters. They have a special way of feeding on large schools of herring. First, they herd the herring into tight balls using loud echolocation calls and swim around the school of fish in circles to trap them. They then slap the fish with their tails to stun them, making them easier to catch and eat. Large orcas living in Antarctic waters have been seen creating large waves to wash seals off the ice so they can eat them.
Orcas sometimes work together to kill sharks. They only eat the liver, as it contains lots of nutrients.
River dolphins. River dolphins live in fresh water in some of the world's largest rivers, like the Amazon and Ganges. These rivers are very muddy and murky, and it is difficult to see through the water. So the river dolphins have to rely on their echolocation to find food, communicate with each other, and to navigate. As they do not need their eyesight, the river dolphins are blind. The Amazon river dolphin is the largest of the river dolphins. It is sometimes called the boto. It is pale pink in color and, unlike other dolphins, has a flexible neck. This allows it to move its head from side to side and up and down. Botos grow up to 3 meters long. They feed on fish, turtles, and crabs.
Where river dolphins are found. Amazon river dolphins.
The Yangtze River dolphin became extinct very recently. Human activity caused this. The Yangtze River used to be home to thousands of the river dolphins. Fishermen used long hooked lines and nets to catch fish, but the dolphins got tangled up in them. These dolphins couldn't reach the surface of the water to breathe, so they drowned. Large, noisy ships were allowed to travel up and down the river, making it too noisy for the dolphins to use their echolocation. Without echolocation, they could not find food, navigate, or communicate with each other. River dolphins could not survive.
One of the last photos of a Yangtze River dolphin. The noisy and polluted Yangtze River.
Porpoises. Porpoises are similar to dolphins, but are smaller in size. Their dorsal fin is more triangular, and they have different shaped teeth. The vaquita is the smallest porpoise and the smallest of all the cetaceans. The name vaquita means little cow in Spanish. It lives only in the Sea of Cortez in Mexico. It is 1.2 meters long, the same height as a 6-year-old child. The vaquita is nearly extinct. Scientists think that there are fewer than 30 remaining in the wild. Their small size makes it very easy for them to get caught in fishing nets. They can't swim to the surface to breathe, so they drown. The harbor porpoise is the only porpoise found in European waters. The harbor porpoise is sometimes called the puffing pig because of the puffing sound it makes when it breathes. The English word porpoise comes from the Latin word for pig, porcus.
Dolphin fact. Dolphins have sharp, cone-shaped teeth, whilst porpoises' teeth are spade-shaped and blunt. The 6 species of porpoise. Burmeister's porpoise, harbor porpoise, spectacled porpoise, vaquita, finless porpoise, Dahl's porpoise. Hector's dolphin. Hector's dolphins are the smallest and rarest marine dolphins in the world. They have black markings on their face and a dorsal fin shaped like a mouse ear. They are found only in the shallow coastal waters in New Zealand. There are about 8,000 Hector's dolphins. Ganges river dolphin. This dolphin lives in the freshwater rivers of Nepal, India, and Bangladesh. It swims on its side so that its pectoral fin digs up the muddy bottom of the river, helping to find food. No one knows exactly how many Ganges river dolphins are left, but they are endangered. Northern right whale dolphin. Northern right whale dolphins live in deep water and, unlike other dolphins, they do not have a dorsal fin. They can swim very fast, up to 25 miles per hour in large pods of 100 to 200 dolphins. Hourglass dolphin. Hourglass dolphins are beautiful creatures which get their name from the black and white pattern on their sides. This species is not endangered, and it is estimated that there are about 145,000 hourglass dolphins in the world. They live close to Antarctica.
7. Dolphin life cycles. Female dolphins give birth to a calf every 2 to 4 years. The calf will stay with its mother for at least a year. During that time, the mother will teach it how to hunt, feed, and communicate. Orcas live together as a family. When an orca calf is born, it will stay with its mother in the family pod for its whole life. Different species of dolphins can live for different lengths of time. The lifespan of an orca is around 80 years, but some live to over 100 years. Bottlenose dolphins live for about 50 years, and harbor porpoises for about 12. 8. Threats. Dolphins are beautiful, intelligent, and sociable creatures that benefit the planet greatly. It is important to protect them. Unfortunately, many dolphins are in danger of extinction. However, there are things that can be done to help stop these threats in the future. Marine pollution. A lot of rubbish ends up in the sea. Wind can blow rubbish on the land straight into the sea. The rain washes rubbish into streams, rivers, and drains, which flow into the sea. Dolphins eat rubbish thinking that it is food and can choke on it. If they swallow it, their stomachs get so full of rubbish that they are too full to eat any real food, and they starve to death.
Plastic bags can look like jellyfish, which many marine animals like to eat. Dolphin swimming alongside rubbish.
Noise pollution. Boat engines, building in the sea, and other man-made underwater sounds all make lots of noise. If it's too noisy, dolphins can't use echolocation to navigate, communicate, or find food. Habitat destruction. If a dolphin's habitat gets destroyed, it has nowhere to live. For example, parts of the Amazon River are being destroyed by deforestation and dam building. This results in fewer fish and fewer habitats for the remaining Amazon River dolphins to live in. Fishing nets. Many dolphins die in fishermen's nets. Modern fishing nets are made of line that is very strong, but also invisible. The nets catch fish without them being able to see the net coming towards them. However, this means it also catches dolphins. If a dolphin gets caught in a net, it cannot get to the surface of the water to breathe, so it drowns. Captivity. Lots of people enjoy watching dolphins, but dolphins are often kept in tanks in marine parks. Putting whales and dolphins in tanks for entertainment is wrong. They are very intelligent creatures, and they need to live in social groups with their families. Wild dolphins swim hundreds of miles a day, but when in captivity, they have little space to swim. What is the solution? Some of these threats can be prevented by humans. Reduce the amount of waste produced by avoiding buying products with excessive packaging. Use reusable shopping bags. Reuse as much as possible. For example, buy water in a reusable bottle and refill from the tap. Recycle plastic. This removes the chance that it will be washed into the ocean. Make sure no litter is dropped on the floor, as it can easily blow into the sea. Most marine litter originates from the land, not the sea. Ask for sustainable fish in supermarkets and at restaurants. These fish are caught using lines and hooks, which is much less damaging to dolphins. Go and observe dolphins in the wild instead of in captivity, where they have plenty of space to hunt and play. 9. Preserving dolphins. Dolphins are some of the most beautiful creatures on Earth, but they are also very important and need to be protected. They play an important role in keeping the oceans healthy. They do this by eating other animals, mainly fish and squid. Without dolphins, their prey would increase in number by too much. This would mean all of the smaller fish and plants in that area would get eaten. Dolphins are also a source of food for some other creatures. Without dolphins, their predators wouldn't have as much food to eat, and their numbers would fall. Dolphins help keep the balance between species. If the ocean was not a healthy habitat with lots of food to eat, the dolphins would not be able to survive. The presence of dolphins is therefore a sign of a healthy environment. By protecting dolphins, humans can help preserve healthy marine habitats. This is important because a large number of the world's people rely heavily on the ocean for their food and livelihood.
Dolphins need to swim in a clean, healthy ocean.
Glossary: acrobatic, body movements involving twists and flips. Aggression, forceful, angry behavior. Calf, baby dolphin, whale, or porpoise. Camouflaged, colored or marked to blend in with the surroundings. Captivity, kept out of their natural environment. Carnivores, animals which only eat meat. Dam, large barrier which is built to hold back water. Echo, sound that bounces back to its source after hitting an object. Endangered, in danger of extinction. Energetic, with great energy and activity. Extinct, species that has died out. Freshwater, not salty seawater. Habitat, natural home of an animal. Marine, found in the sea. Organ, part of the body which has a specific function. Pollution, something added to the environment which has harmful effects. Predators, animals which feed on other animals. Preserve, keep something in its original condition. Prey, animal that is hunted by other animals for food. Reflect, bounce back. Remote, place which is located away from human populations. Seabed, bottom of the ocean. Schools, group of fish. Sociable, friendly and likes to be around others. Species, group of very similar animals. Stun, knock something unconscious or make it unable to react. Sustainable, activities which meet the needs of people today without damaging the resource for the future. Threat, something likely to cause danger. Unique, different from anything else. Dolphins in the wild. Dolphins are amazing creatures. Learn all about their lives in the wild.